Great way to start. Hey Josh, it's Friday. Don't mind me while I slightly knock down my camera there. Anyway, first off, to answer your question from your video, about the only podcast that I've really been listening to lately has been the Hello There podcast, which is a Shatterpoint podcast. That's pretty much the only one that I've been listening to. Hi, Sparrow. We're fostering a cat, and he just jumped up on the table here. Anyway, but yeah, Hello There is really the only podcast that I've been listening to lately. So, yeah, I know, predictable for me, huh? Anyway, speaking of Shatterpoint as well, I will briefly talk... Sparrow, you good, bud? Do you want to say hi to the camera? This is Sparrow, by the way. Like I said, we're fostering him currently. Well, Tori's family is fostering him currently. He's a lovable little guy. Anyway, but speaking of Shatterpoint, I did have my first demo yesterday, and was not as popular as I had hoped. Though I can't say I'm too surprised, honestly. I had one guy that actually expressed some interest in it, and he's the guy that I ended up playing with. But I don't think he's going to be buying it anytime soon. But he seemed to enjoy it. I did have a couple of friends that were wanting to stop by and learn to play the game as well, but one of them was sick, one of them had something going on, and yeah, I don't think that there was anyone else there, but yeah, it was still fun. I mean, I do enjoy the game. I was playing, I ended up playing I played Anakin and Plo with Rex, Wolf, 501st, and Wolfpack. And they're alright. From what I've heard and seen, especially in the earlier sets, which is about all that I have, the Republic is definitely one of the hardest to play because the clones don't have a lot of defense, which is why Obi-Wan is very good in the game, because he allows you to keep your hunkers in melee. You know, you played him. Which helps with defenses. We only ended up with the game that we did yesterday. I was playing against Mandalorians, and we only got through one struggle rather than the best 2 out of 3 because I was tired and the other guy had to leave. But yeah, I did end up winning, but just barely. It was neck and neck pretty much the entire time. The thing that ultimately ended up got me to win was just I got a lucky wound on one of his units. I did forget a few rules. I'm very bad at remembering about protection and steadfast, which is something that Mandalorians, I believe Bo-Katan gives Mandalorians within a certain range of her who are contesting active objectives, protection and steadfast. Protection means that you take 1 less damage from the damage pool. Steadfast means that you ignore the first shove on the on a tree. I forgot that up until literally, like, I was driving home and I was just like, oh, I forgot about that. That probably would have changed the game, honestly, but granted, I'm sure I forgot plenty of things on my end, or on my side as well. It was the first time I had ever actually played, actually, correction, it was technically the second time I had ever played, Plo, Wolf, and the Wolf Pack. The first time I was playing against myself, and I believe it was actually also against... I was using Obi-Wan, Cody, and the 212th, which Cody and the 212th aren't really that good for their points, admittedly, so that wasn't the best choice on my part, but I was going up against the Mandalorians, and yeah, God, I just remembered another thing that I forgot. Ahsoka Jedi No More, the primary Ahsoka, actually has an ability that I completely forgot. I am very bad at remembering a lot of the rules. I'm still new to the game. I am hoping to get better with that as well, though, so, but yeah. I mean, it was still fun. I actually, I bought I ordered a playmat for it, that actually has, like, the markings of where the objectives go and, like, deployment line and everything, similar to the one that they had at the, I forget which game store it was that we played Shatterpoint at, but it is similar to that, but yeah, so I did order that. I was hoping that I'd have it by yesterday. It didn't ship out until today, though, so I won't be getting it until next Friday, because it takes about 4 business days, and weekend and Thanksgiving, so, but yeah, definitely looking forward to the next time that I play the game out there. James and I are I'm hoping to play a game, or teach him how to play the game on Sunday as well, so, since I got the day off, so we'll see. Anyway, I guess that'll do for this video. So Josh, my question for you is, if you had to pick another, if you had to pick a different, what's the word I'm looking for? Faction, I guess, than what you tried at when we were playing. If you could try any other faction, what would it be? So you have, similar to Legion, you have the main 4, and then I usually just refer to them as scoundrels, which is kind of a catch-all. So that'll do for this video. So Josh, I will see you on Tuesday. Later, bro.